Isaac and his Isaac lived alone in a small Isaac on a Isaac. Isaac kept to himself, drawing Isaac and playing with his Isaacs as his Isaac watched Christian Isaac on the Isaac. Isaac was simple, and they were both Isaac. That was until the Isaac heard of Isaac from Isaac. Your Isaac has become Isaac by Isaac. He needs to be Isaac. I will do my best, Isaac.
I simply like this stupid intro too much. I'm only gonna say it once. Nobody's here. Nobody will care. But it's summer, and today was the hottest of the year in my town so far. So I have a fan on, and I have my window open, because that's what has to happen for me to be sane during this. And this is a fact that we will all accept without question. Onto the onto the flippity hacking gaming. We have a streak of 1. It's because I die a lot. I don't even know how I feel about this start. We're gonna have a lot of really stupid early moments, because I mean, there's literally nothing stopping me from just sitting here and telefragging everything, and it's gonna be pretty safe, and I can do it just about constantly, because the 9 volt it's still, even though there's only 1 bar, it still halves the charge of it. So like, I don't know, it's pretty strong. As far as I remember, the Stitches does about as much damage as a bomb. So this is gonna be stupid. I don't even know how to describe it, because there's not even, it's a completely different type of skill than your average Isaac, because I'm gonna be running away with my body and then just piloting Stitches onto all of my enemies for forever. And it's gonna be the strongest strategy, which kind of sucks to an extent. Yeah, look at that. Look, Stitches carry, Stitches carry. Oh, that's really cool. I'm kind of speechless at how much we're gonna get carried by Stitches, because I don't even think it's something that like loses value. Like something that happens when you stream a lot is you notice when you use filler words, especially watching back your own streams. It is just so easy. Okay, this sucks. Oh, look at me go though. Stitches moment. Dude, I'm crazy. We got 1 viewer. Shout out to the person who witnessed this insanity from the start. Okay, Bean, I kind of care about you. Oh, getting Justice in our box is actually the coolest thing ever. Okay. This is stupid because I'm keeping Stitch. Whatever. I think that a soul heart is worth Bookworm, because I'm also getting a black heart out of the deal. Yeah. 100% fair. This is what we call a good deal in the business, even though we're not keeping any of those books at all, because Stitches is simply the GOAT. You simply can't outperform it. Yeah, we have to go down for it, because I have a little bucket list of cool things that happen in Isaac, and I haven't seen Henry yet. So any chance that I get to go Dross, we're going. Okay, this floor has a 0% chance of having a Henry in it. This is a sad life that we live. And now I just hope that we get some insane lunch bag value. I kind of doubt that it's going to happen, but when you start with lunch bag, you can dream, right? I feel like that's a lot of the Eden Glory stories, is just starting with some crap that you don't know anything about, or that you hardly use ever, and just being forced to subsist entirely off of this thing that you're not used to at all. It just feels very cool, very Isaac. Cause like, man, I sure will be using my Stitches. I wonder if there's that's an example of Stitches backfiring. But now I know that. Free shop kind of rocks because, I mean, I'm literally just gonna, I'm literally just gonna use the free shop for the one individual shop and then never think about that trinket again because, why would you? We carry this with us for a second. I feel like I don't even know if it's optimal Isaacing, but so much of my Isaac strategy is just making sure that I get some use out of everything. Is just like, if I have a toy to play with, I'm gonna sit here and try to maximize the chances of it doing something cool for me. Which I would say has a pretty low success rate, but I think it also at the same exact time makes for really good content because all the fans out there of this game, they've seen a million billion runs and they know all the cool stuff that happens. So the only thing that'll entertain people anymore is talking like Lazy Matt Man and being like, "Oh my god, Pandora's box. Whoa!" I can't scream because I'm in a house with people, but you get it. Or doing weird unique things that people don't know about. Those are your two options. You have two choices. And I guess I'm technically hoping for multiple things. Oh, I'm mad that I blew up the blood dono now. I'm really mad that I blew up the blood dono now. That's depressing. So sad. Also, just shout out to the person that made the teleport mod. I don't know who they are. But the person that made the teleport mod has saved hours upon hours of my life. It's just the coolest thing. Okay, boop. The Stitches definitely does less damage to bosses, but that's fine. That's okay. Oh, that was a Eternal Fight. I just straight up didn't see it. Classic. This boss is 100% in a position where it could kick my ass. Clog is... I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. I would love to not take any more damage, but... Such a difficult boss fight when you don't have any AoE. Like, sure, I could have used my black powder, but that's not gonna happen. So chances are I'm not gonna take a deal. That means that I'm gonna walk into it. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. And oh, we also hit the 1% chance, and got a flush of all things. Of course, what a beauty. I guess I'm gonna hit this a couple times. There's just about zero reason to, but I'm gonna. Cause sure, I don't know. Local Isaac player only knows how to rig. He doesn't know how to play the video game. Oh, isn't this a strategy? Yeah. I'm glad I remembered that. Boop. Okay. I feel close to nothing about that. I guess we just go. It's sad when there's literally nothing else that you can do. Because I found both of my secret rooms. Oh, yes. We get another shot at Henry. Let's go. I love gambling. I love gambling. And we don't have the map either this time. So, on top of getting to gamble, I don't immediately spoil if it happens or not. So, shout out. We still get the allure of maybe Henry might show up. Oh, well there goes my deal. The most stereotypical Isaac words ever. Getting hit and then going, "Oh, my deal." Oh, hi lunch. I'll be back for you. No, I still will be back for you. Okay, dog shit. It's still dog shit. Why is it always dog shit? Secret room is almost definitely here. Hi. I don't know why I'm playing like a maniac. It's built into my system. I don't know how to play in any other way. The only inputs I know are scary ones. We already lost our deal, so taking damage on fires is not a problem. And now we get to go Curseblode in here, maybe. Oh, but it's a damage up, so we gotta... Please just don't give me Clog. That's the thing that I'm scared of in this life, is Clog. I also just, fucking... I despise Libra. I'm actually the most mad a human being has ever been because the game gave me Libra there. I'll suck up Ludo, I'll suck up whatever garbage items, just don't give me Libra. That's where I draw the line. That's where I stop having fun. I guess now that I'm alive and safe and not stressing out anymore, I feel like I should have made the decision to not pick up that Eternal Heart. And yet here we exist in the universe where I did pick up the Eternal Heart, and I'm mad about it. I'm fucking baby raging. Probably about as pissed as a gamer as you can get. I like gambling, why not? Okay, I feel nothing about this. I feel nothing about this. I feel some things about this, but it's not quite there, you know? When you're gambling, you want to aim high. Okay, and the answer is we got literally nothing. We got literally nothing. I guess I'm just gonna fucking save the Diplopia for... I don't know. That Diplopia might end up just being nothing. That Diplopia might just end up being nothing. That's what happens when you gamble too much. Sometimes you lose. I need to sit here and swallow my loss and hope that I get something really cool from this boss fight. Boop. Is it just me, or did Stitches do less damage that second time? Right. Man. Okay. Do we use Diplopia to get a Soul Heart or a Red Heart container? That's the most difficult question there's ever been in history. I think I'm taking the Soul Heart. I didn't mean to take 2 Soul Hearts, but it happens, I guess. And Stitches is definitely not conjoined, no matter how much I want it to be. No matter how much I want it to be. We are gonna fight the boss. No, we already fought the boss. There's so many variables in this game. It's hard to remember everything and make decisions. It's just a constant Isaac nonsense. I make fun of NL for playing like a moron sometimes, but then here I am on camera, and I may be playing okay, but I sure as heck am not ranting about something that's beyond my comprehension. But I guess that's because it's beyond my comprehension. I also totally should have used my evil spooky ghost form to go into the curse room first. I still can, it's just like less safe to do it at the end of the floor. Not for any like real reasons, but it's like if you full clear the mirror floor, which I have to do to fight the boss, which I don't have to do, but I'm doing because I want to. Because all of these things are happening in a row. If I turn ghost to go into the curse room, then I'll be forced to be a ghost at the start of my next floor. And that always just causes problems. And not always. Sometimes it'll get you like a free consumable. But I feel like it's just bad to be the lost when you shouldn't. Like, sure, I feel really confident in Downpour, but that's like, it's because I've been here a million billion times. When it starts going into caves and mines, it gets a lot less easy to be fully confident about my skills to survive as the Lost. it just turns into a big old question mark. Just a massive old question mark. That's 2 stats up. That's, hell yeah, Libra. It's still, it feels like nothing. Libra just sucks because all of my benefits feel like every stat that I own is going directly towards shot speed and not towards anything that I actually like. I totally forgot about lunch, by the way. I like 100% forgot about lunch. Oh, I also, I forgot that you can fucking do that with stitches. I don't even need to be the Lost. You get those for free. We take those for free. We're gonna find our super secret because there's 3 spots for it. So now we're down to 2 spots for it, and I always win 50/50s. Exactly. Okay. No. The trinkets that we've gotten on this run are subpar. They are subpar. I also am 100% confident in my decision earlier to not double the red heart container because getting too many containers is just annoying. But now we're in caves 2 with a solid billion health. So even though our stats are sufficiently Libra'd up, we shouldn't die. What a shitty chest for having Mom's Key. Also, everything is still getting one-shot by stitches. It's actually kind of insane how much an item can be a carry. Like, we just started with a synergy. That's all it took. It's the only thing it takes, is having something slightly better than base. Oh, it's an enemy that survived my stitch. No way. I don't know how to deal with something of this caliber. Usually everything just explodes. Okay, I'm just gonna, yeah. I don't even know how to commentate over these fights because I'm literally just like, with my WASD, I'm holding away from the enemy, and with my arrow keys, I'm guiding the stitches, and that's 100% of what's going on. There's not a single other thing. I'm not trying to like dodge their patterns or anything. I'm just fleeing and telefragging. That's all it takes. There's probably some like minor strategies that occur because it's hard to play a video game and truly not think about anything at all. It's also just I have over 1,000 hours in this game, so I feel like there's a bunch of stuff that doesn't have a thought that is based in words, you know? That's just the way that you do stuff. What the fuck happened to my stats there? I have Libra, don't I? Maybe I need to do some educating, but something occurred to my stats there. I ate a shot speed down pill, and my shot speed went down, and then I ate a range up pill, and then all of my stats other than shot speed went up, which isn't how Libra is advertised on the tin. Like, sure, it may be a feature, but that's not on the tin. Yeah. How do you like my build where I fuck off? How do you like my build where I run away? I bet all the enemies are so happy when they get to not interact with me at all. I wonder, can I do this? No, you cannot telefrag onto a rock. That makes sense. I don't know, man. We don't need health, I guess. Then we beat up Miku because we have to. Contractually obligated. Yeah. Miku beam, I get it. Yeah, I've also emitted a beam attack before. You're nothing special. Emitting my beam attack next to Hatsune Miku, real, not clickbait. Ugh. This is playing the game with stitches like this just makes me feel like a moron. Like, I'm sure that it takes brain power, but it just feels like I'm throwing away every single established rule for playing the video game, and I'm just pressing the spacebar. It's like, I'm not gonna turn around and say that I understand the stitches hype, but I also think that I never realized it could be this powerful. It's just, I still don't think that it's worth the hype because we are experiencing a buffed version of this interaction, which could be altering things, but also, man, is it strong to just get iframes when you press the spacebar. It's just, it's so brain off. Like, sure, I have to think about my inputs, but it's so brain off. It's so brain off. Just sitting here spamming my spacebar like a maniac, and it's working. I'm being allowed. It's 100% allowed. Okay. Boop. What even killed that spider on the bottom? Did I just hit it with the trick? A sick trick shot that I wasn't paying attention to? Sometimes that happens in this game. Okay, question to me though. Why the hell did I take damage on that spikes? Like, actually no reason for me to take damage on anything ever as long as I'm thinking about it. And yet here I am, taking damage. Here I go taking damage again. That's all I know. All people know these days is take damage. It looked like oh, it was the dead bird. Never mind. I was about to be a little stupid. Our dono machine could use some love, and also if we get a luck upgrade, then fuck you. You can't telefrag the dono machine, or the dono machine. Why even live? Why even live? Okay, will shot speed be weird again? Yeah. Did they separate shot speed from the rest of the pack? Is it not allowed to eat lunch with the rest of the gang anymore? Hi. Oh, this is gonna make Carrion Queen so easy, because the hard part about Carrion Queen is that you can't hit it. And now I'm just me when I press my spacebar, me when I press my spacebar, me when I press my spacebar. Sometimes your Isaac runs are silly, man. I swear, you don't actually have to play the video game. It's entirely optional depending on how much luck you get. The amount of playing the video game is directly proportional to your luck stat in real life, not your luck stat in game. That would be ridiculous. Also, from my astute observations, I think that luck is also not part of the pack as far as Libra is concerned, which is very, very strange. I feel so stupid. It doesn't feel like I'm playing Isaac. It feels like I turned on like a cheat mode or something. It genuinely feels like I'm messing around in some like extra mode. This is ridiculous. Me when I don't have to play the game at all. Boop. I don't even know how to commentate over it. This boss is Gideon, so he's still probably gonna hit me. But man, oh, it's not Gideon. Hooray! Whatcha? Oh, I'm washed. Bam. There we go. Oh, I forgot about the fact that bosses survive a bit. That actually makes this a little bit harder. Not like nightmare mode. I don't think this boss can become nightmare mode. It doesn't really have the guts for that. I did get hit though, which does ruin some of my shit talking. Okay. We giveth because the door is hungry. Also, just I thirst for that extra shop and item room. It tantalizes me by design. I guess we'll take the friend because the game's giving me literally nothing. Yeah, me when the game's giving me literally nothing. Me when my commentary devolves into just saying me. I don't know why, but I think for the first time in my life, I felt a strong desire to just bomb into the chase sequence. Which that doesn't make any sense at all. There's no reason to. Because I'm gonna sit here and full clear. Oh wait, I shouldn't have picked up that soul heart. But there's no reason to bomb for that ever because yeah, I'm gonna full clear. Like, there is no universe where I don't full clear this floor, and thusly I will leave that soul heart. Because in the true optimal world, we get a boss trap room with something that doesn't kill me inside of it, and then I can go fight the boss trap room and then heal up, and all will be well with the world. Big bomb. Boom! Oh, we didn't get blessed with the best luck. What even is the point? Why play the video game if you don't get god luck every single run all the time forever? That's my stance to you, chat. I want something cool. That's something cool. Okay. Chase sequence. No. I can't believe that you're forced to use the cart. A complete scam. It kind of feels nice not having Libra anymore, even though all of my stats went down. It's just like an invisible weight lifted off of my shoulders. Just to make me a little bit happier. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I need to learn how to talk about other stuff, because I feel like Isaac still takes enough brain power and enough stuff happens that I want to talk about the game, or I get very easily distracted. But I'm not quite at the point where I'm good enough at talking to start bringing up other things, which is a little bit strange, because I feel like my last stream, which was a Peaks of Yore one, which is a way harder game. Like, bare minimum, you're doing a lot more inputs and a lot more like spatial reasoning for every single one of your moves, because Isaac is very tile based, so you're just like, okay, I moved to the tile that's safe, and your story kind of ends there. Whereas Peaks is a lot of specific movements in specific ways at specific times, and you need to react to what happens if you accidentally like fuck up, and your movements are less than ideal or more than ideal. Whereas I feel like a lot of this game it's very autopilot for me, just in the way that, like, I see an enemy, it clicks in my brain, I'm like, okay, yeah, this enemy has their like 2 silly moves that they do, and when they do the tell for the move, when they do the tell for the move, I do the thing that you do that dodges the move, and it's as shrimple as that, but it's not actually so shrimple. And that's what people don't really know. It's still like, despite the looks of anything, even when I'm having like a supremely good run, a run that goes above and beyond, it's still a ton to think about, because the whole time that I'm playing, I'm like, okay, we've reached semi-silly mode. How do we turn this into full silly, or from silly into nonsense? It's always desperately searching for a way to one-up myself. That room felt very, very stressful. Okay. Get fucked. Stitches feels very powerful whenever there's an enemy I know its movement patterns completely on. It's just like, yeah, fucking try me, game. You couldn't do anything if you had $1 billion. It would take your entire life to match my skill. Would have been really funny if I got hit there. It's just, maybe it's because I watch a bunch of other people stream, but anytime that I am on camera and I talk big in any way at all, even slightly, like even the most minimal manner of talking big, I get this gut feeling that I'm gonna immediately fuck up in some way, just to truly prove that everything I'm saying is a fact. And that I am totally good at all video games that I play the entire time, and I never fuck up. Whoa. Did I actually hit a button behind that one? I don't know. I've gotten myself into a habit of just standing behind every pillar, because what if there's a button behind it? Like, wouldn't that be really cool if there's a button behind the pillar? It might be a unique concept, but I think it's kind of neat when they put buttons behind pillars in this game. Lucky Rock, you're a good enough trinket to take. Although we will not be getting enough shot to use that, because I purposefully chose to not take restock earlier. For reasons that science is still deciphering. Okay, Kerblamo. Then Kerblamo Part 2. I can't believe Stitches is still genuinely carrying me in Gehenna. Like, when does it stop being the coolest thing? Does it ever stop being the coolest thing? I'm unsure at this rate. It feels like it's just the coolest thing all the time forever, and it never stops. That's what I'm experiencing from my Stitches in this run. Every emotion I feel about this critter is a positive one. I like when both of the secret rooms are off the same thing. Okay. Man, any other run, I would rock the magic skin. I genuinely, any other run. It's just, this is the Stitches run. There's no other way to talk about it. We've made the identity as this is the run where Stitches carries me the entire way through it. So I have to go get carried by Stitches. That's the law. That's the law. Okay. My Angel Chance feels very proper. Give me a good fight. I think I insta-gibbed the chain, which is kind of funny. I like the heart trying to run away from me the second my existence gets placed next to them. It's just like, ah, creature, run! Like, yeah, man, sure. Like, you're gonna get away from me. Also, the fact that we got a devil there, kind of ridiculous. I don't even feel emotions that are that positive about Incubus. About 100% of our strength is coming from Stitches, but sure, I'll entertain the crowd with an Incubus. There's more things happening on screen. The bitrate just felt the need to be increased. Everybody can pop off about that a little bit. Okay, yeah, Fruitcake gives us a completely valid reason to want Incubus on our side. A completely 100% valid reason. You need to pay out. Honestly, I'm so happy about that feature with the golden keys, golden bombs, where you can just give it to a beggar and just be like, fuck off, leave me, and give me thine item. I don't really know why I'm doing this. It just feels right. Oh, it's because I wanted the all stats up, obviously. You think that I'm not even fishing for my all stats up every single time? Oh, Stitches can get caught on the pillars. That's new to me. Can Stitches free this guy from his eternal suffering? No. Stitches doesn't solve every problem ever. Terrible item. Give me a refund. The burger. I almost wasted my burger immediately just to walk out of the curse room, or to fly out of the curse room. Although, to be fair, it would have been funny. It would have been funny. I'm very glad that I didn't do it. Hello, enemy that doesn't move if I don't move. Goodbye, enemy that doesn't move if I don't move. Maybe I should give it a shorter name in the future. Also, yes, I'm passing up Dark Bum without a word because I hate his stupid ass. The newest update changed all of his sounds, and I hate every single one of them. So I'm just not gonna pick him up anymore. That sounds like an appropriate deal to me. They make my item something that I don't like. Consider it gone. The patch notes just mean that I pay attention to less. Cool. I don't know why I did it like that. I also don't know why I picked up that Eternal Heart. Flatworm is funnier at this point in time. We're also gonna lose our burger this floor, no matter what, because I prioritize my boss trap room over the burger, no matter how tantalizing. No matter how. They did a very good job designing those spooky eye spike blocks because they're always scary. I feel like that's so much of good Isaac design is stuff that still scares you after like 1,000 hours. We have to take Conjoined because we have Fruitcake, even though it's an all stats down. It's what you don't understand about the all stats down is that it's actually a fun up, which just completely changes the entire game. Crazy red chests. Why are there just explosions happening in the distance? Levers? Strength. Of course it's a strength. Why would it ever not be a strength? Okay. I think we commit self-damage now. It merely has gotta happen. And by has gotta happen, I mean I want to, so I'm doing it. Health. No. Give me some health. Yeah, that's a balls. That's a full health. Hell yeah. And an all stats up? Let's fucking go. Okay. This actually rocks. This actually is great. Actually so cool. Oh, we actually have too much health. I mean, not that there really is such thing as too much health, but if our goal was just to get to low health to play the boss trap room and then stop, then we are long overshooting our goal. We go like this, and then we leave because we don't need to fight that Miku, and then we pick up this half red because I'm scared, even though that actually doesn't matter because I have the full health. But I still retain that I was scared. That's not a fact that has gone anywhere. Hello, green horny boys. Yes, I have to say their name like that. It's in the contract. No, I don't like it. Okay. Oh, it's just this fucker again. Except we're way stronger now, so... I'm still gonna pull the exact same shit on it because it's really funny to teleport on top of an enemy that's terrified of you. But, man, are we stronger now. It's the power of Fruitcake. Genuinely. I said that as though it were a bit, but no. Genuinely, Fruitcake is really strong. At least as long as you're getting a bunch of projectiles out of your face, which I am indeed doing. It's such a shame that the dono machine on this run was so fucking low. I put like 4 cents into it. It's just, that's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. Okay, a bunch of peels. Shout out all stats up. Shout out all stats down. Honestly, that health down is entirely welcome. There's not a single universe where I shun at that health down. I simply have too much health at the moment. That's a fact. That is perhaps a rock fact. Man, we are beefy. We could totally kill Mother, but that just doesn't sound fun. So, I'm not gonna. It's probably maybe a little bit bad for content to go to the chest every single time. But also, man, is it ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. I like this more. What was I saying? It's probably a little bit lame to always go to the chest every time, but I think getting more items means that the run is more interesting. Forgive me if I'm incorrect about that. Ooh. This is funnier, and it's an all stats up. Yeah, I think luck and shot speed have been conveniently removed from Libra, which is strange. Very strange. Okay. Yeah. The secret room's never where you want it to be. I would love to go into that boss trap room. I simply don't remember how much health I had. That's the simple rock fact of it, is I wasn't counting. Ooh, that blue soul heart, of course. All of them are blue. That soul heart definitely makes it a lot more tempting to try and get in. We should get or not get our deal first before we start fucking around with fate. Because I'm kind of down to fuck around with Fate. That's even more motivation to fuck around with Fate in that Eternal Heart. Okay, yeah. Executive decision. We're gonna try to get into that boss trap room. I don't know how much health I have, so it's gonna be a bit of a slog. But we have a bunch of health on the floor, so if it happens, it will be purely a good thing. Yes, I am gambling the entire run on me not curse-bloating myself because I can't see my health. Yes, that's a thing I'm doing, and it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Because we've already gotten all of the interest that you can get out of this tier pattern so far. That's another... More motivation. More motivation. Okay, strength card, because I'm not gonna get a hush fight, which is usually where it's really cool to use that on. Okay, we got our deal. It's complete ass. Okay, so we go bam, then we check this, then we go bam, then we check this. I think that we get the pattern. If anybody needs some help understanding what's going on here, just reach out to me in DMs. I'll give you a little hint on the secret strategies that can be used in video games to fake success, or to bring about real success. It's all about the power of the wielder. It's all about the power of the wielder. Okay, and it's a health upgrade. Oh, but it's a damage upgrade, which is an all stats upgrade. I should have known. I think that the all stats upgrade is better than the extension cord. Probably. I don't know why I did that. Thank you, health upgrade. You allow me to do everything that I wouldn't normally do. Give me a money beggar. Yay! Money beggar rocks when you have $1 million. Take my coin and give me something epic, like perhaps a compass or a map. A credit card is not what I would consider something epic. At least at the moment. Give me a crane game. That's a weird looking crane game. Okay. Ouch. I feel like I've tried so hard to get this game to hand over some goods and be nice to me. And it's just refusing. Like, yeah, the run is going to be victorious, but I think the run was always going to be victorious. The second we started with Stitches, we just had an insane advantage over everybody. But now it feels like we're too strong, and also I'm not stimulated by what's happening on screen. I'm sitting here going honk shoe, honk shoe. Because having a good amount of tears coming out with Fruitcake is not it's not a uniquely strong build, if I can say a single thing about it. Which I guess I have kind of already said that, but I would like some pizzazz, some panache. I want style in my video games. I'm glad that they allow me low shot speed. That feels really cool. Boop. I wish that I had the innate ability to always get the correct path on Cathedral no matter what. I would probably have saved like maybe 25 years off of my 21-year-long life if I never took a single wrong direction in Cathedral ever. Just with how many times that I've been here in my life and how many fucking wrong paths there are. Edmund McMillen, when designing this game, didn't actually make it hard. He just made there a bunch of wrong directions. I mean, that's kind of a joke, but also when you are getting into the game, that's genuinely the hardest part, because you don't know the enemies and there's just room after room of thing that you're not used to dealing with. And it definitely wears down on you. And you can see it wearing down on me by the fact that I'm just taking some stupid damage because I'm not really trying that hard. I still don't think that I'm gonna lose though. Yeah, and with the game vomiting soul hearts at me still, I think the game doesn't want me to lose either. Okay, let's turn on gamer mode for a fraction of an instant here. Just for but a moment, as Elden Ring fans might say. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. This is just a competition with myself to see how many times I can telefrag Isaac in one fight. The answer is about 6, I think. I maybe could have done better if I was trying better, but whatever. Okay, nothing. Well, I kind of like Lodestone, but it's still nothing. I guess, Fruitcake might be slightly interesting with Vasculitis. Like, maybe a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, though. My faith stat on that one is pretty low. Friend Finder, you mean nothing to me. Well, you know, okay, that's a pretty cute friend. Friend Finder, you mean a little bit. You mean just a tad to me. Okay, Lodestone absolutely destroyed that room. That room got fucked up by the existence of Lodestone. Like, that was not okay. Well, I mean, it's really okay from my standpoint. I guess Lodestone rocks just because of the amount of tiers that we have getting out. I don't exactly know what's letting us get above the tier cap. Libra just makes all of your stats kind of funky in a way that I'm not an expert on. Taking Monstro's Lung would fucking ruin us. It wouldn't end the run, but it would end my entire casual ability to play this run. It would turn this run from a walk in the park to a lot of stress in the park. A lot of stress in the park. Picking up Tiny Planet gave me like 2.5 damage. That's crazy. It's also almost exclusively good. I guess with Libra, Tiny Planet is kind of always a take, because it buffs like 3 of your stats, and to quite big extents. Oh, there was a soul blue heart up there. Obviously I need this to win. I'm glad that our build got some character. We're not at peak interesting, but you know, I just took damage rather than because I'm not paying attention, but because there's a severe amount of bullshit on my screen. That's how you know that the run's good. That's how you know that the run is saucy. Okay, that was once again because I wasn't carrying, but I don't think that I'm gonna die. Ooh, Soul of Eden can go wild. Be gone. Okay, Soul of Eden went very mild. I don't want shot speed because that doesn't... well, actually, you know, because it's Tiny Planet, shot speed is technically a bonus. It just doesn't feel like it. I'm such an old head that I never want shot speed near me no matter what. That was very dodgeable. Shot speed just feels like the wrong choice in 100% of situations. How do you dodge that? Maybe I'm gonna die just because I guess that the bomb was just inside of my tornado, and instead of being knocked away from me, it was just being bounced around inside the eye of the storm. Which is a little silly to take damage from something like that when you have Stitches in your party, but to be fair, my tiers have evolved to a point that I'm caring about Stitches a little bit less. I'll get in at least one good Stitches for the fans, but my tiers remain funnier. My tiers remain funnier. I'm also glad that my just the way that my shots are, I get enough of them out to always find my secret rooms, just because there's a million of them and they move. I think some of my damage is entirely Fruitcake fueled. I totally forgot that Fruitcake can hurt you, but I think that that's happening. It's not every individual bit of damage that I've taken, but it sure is some of them. Because I am... What the fuck? That was Parasite. I got Parasite for an instant there, and it only caused problems. But I guess that's why we take Fruitcake. Oh no. The worst hematemesis you've ever seen in your entire gosh dang life. Okay. Mega Satan, hopefully you shall die. You must die. I don't even remember the full line. There's a part in the Game Grumps Zelda CDI playthrough. I think the line is genuinely just, "Now you must die," and it's just like some mediocre voice actor in a CDI game, so he just says it kind of funny, and it's like, you don't see a big imposing man, you just walk into a room and then CDI cutscene plays, and big mysterious figure in a suit of armor goes, "Now you must die." And the Game Grumps laughed at it for maybe 30 minutes straight. Like, I think actually multiple episodes, their entire conversation orbited around the fact that that guy said a line kind of funny. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's a CDI game, there's not too much else to talk about. But I feel like for me, having watched an entire Let's Play of Zelda CDI, I should remember more than just like the ropes bombs, "You want them, they're yours, my friends, as long as you got enough rubies" line, and "Now you must die." There has to be more substance in that game, right? Like, there has to be more things that occur, right? I don't know. It's been years. Because I watched that Let's Play when it was coming out, which was an eternity ago. It's a miracle that I haven't died of old age. That's how long ago it was. I think this Delirium is going to be very haphazard for me. That's just how it feels. There's a lot of times that I want Delirium because I want to see my build get cooler. I want to see my build crystallize into something more powerful, but you always just find the Delirium room first, and then you don't get to mess around anymore. I think it's really funny how you can hear when a single pop tier spawns, thanks to our fruitcake. You hear the sound effects from it, and then it goes away because there's some sort of limit with it where it's like if it bounces 8 or 15 times, then it'll just go away. So you just hear a bunch of, and then it's gone. That's all you get. Berkano, that's useless. It's nothing to me. You're nothing. Okay, it's not Delirium. Let's fucking go. Be a bad item so I can eat in you. Yay! Maybe I should have picked up the metronome to hope for the super gamble of getting Death Certificate. Because hoping and praying for Death Certificate is always the right idea in every situation. That's just the rock fact of it. We may also just like die here because I'm not caring. And I'm okay with that. We already got an Eden token for this run, so like my perpetual playing Eden it's still going. I don't have to think about playing a different character just quite yet. Although that day will probably arise faster than I wish it would. Ooh, Algiz is actually going to be insane. Algiz is probably a free Delirium kill if we get there. Soul of Fecal Matter is maybe the worst card in the entire game, if I had to choose one. Just because there's not even any like tangential usage, you just hurt yourself. It's like you can try to get stuff to happen, but in my experience, the soul of the shitter has never done anything positive. It's like it might hurt things, but at the end of the day, it also hurts you. And what the heck is a tool if you can't use it with a 100% success rate of not taking damage? That's the only thing that matters in life, is being perfect. That's why I exist, actually. I was grown in a test tube in a lab to be perfect, and they canceled my project because I was too perfect, and everybody was scared of me. That's not a rock fact, that's a rock lie. Ooh, another Eden Soul. You're so kind to me, game. I have no clue where those are coming from. The game is just like giving me free Eden Souls for existing. I think it's a fruitcake effect doing. What the fuck? You're still here? I thought he died. Okay, fuck off. Oh no, my Algiz. No. And also Tech 2 is not worth taking because it's a multiplier down and I have Libra. So all that I did there was get rid of my free win card. Rune. That sucks. Ah, the rock fact of the day is that I'm mad at that. Passed me fucked up. Bad. It's kind of... I would never call the situation that I'm in thrilling, because this is just another Delirium on another run. But I feel like we're gonna get a Delirium fight that's a little bit more real than the typical ones. I feel like we're gonna fight him, I mean. I think we're gonna have to entertain the boss fight and dodge some bullet patterns, and that's terrifying. Like, what a horrifying thought. Isaac players don't need to play horror games to feel scared. They just need to think about actually participating in late game boss fights. This could definitely be Delirium, and it's not cool. I also have no fucking clue what hit me there. I was 100% focused on my map. Maybe 1000%. Bop, bop, bop. We gotta check all the loose ends, because yeah, if there's a boss here, it's definitely not Delirium, which means that it is essentially free shit. Give me something cool. It was not. Soul of this fucker. It might be something. It's probably gonna be nothing, though. In fact, it seems like a big steaming helping of nothing. Which is fine. We don't always need something, but it would have been cool. They would have been cool. I wish I had like 3 times the shot speed. I think that would be a funny addition to this run. It's just it turned me into a true tornado. It's already quite a whirlwind, but it could be faster. Strength card will help. It's no Algiz, but it'll help. Okay. So we have stumbled upon Delirium at last. The fucker scares me, but whatever. I don't really know if I can do anything other than press spacebar when I think I'm gonna get hit. Because due to my build and the way that I am, I have to get close to the threat at hand. Which is so scary when my tears are gray and his tears are also gray. Yeah, I have no clue what hit me there. It's hard to react. Also, we are so much stronger than I actually thought. Delirium's health bar should not have dwindled this much, but I guess we do have 9 fire rate. That's what happens when you shoot your shot, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of a underwhelming run. We'll see if the next Eden is fancier. Give me something good to eat, or I will scream and leave. Oh. That's actually like the worst Eden ever. That's like, I don't want to... My hand already hurt before I started the stream. Apologies, but I'm not doing a whole run with Spirit Sword. A whole run with Star of Bethlehem, that sounds a lot more plausible. You know, I kind of still don't care, though. Ooh, Metronome. Yeah, we get to use Metronome to farm for that death certificate chance. Now this is a real run. Now this is pod racing. God, I love pod racing. Dude, the nothing room. The room where nothing occurs at all. Literally nothing happens. Me with literally nothing happens. Also, I'm just gonna say I'm sorry in advance. I don't know if I'm actually gonna finish this run. It felt like that last run wasn't enough, but then I started this run and I got to thinking, and boy, is it's so hot in my room. It is so hot in my room. Getting car battery is so funny with Metronome though. We have the Metronome build. We have the Metronome build. How could you end a run when you when you have twice as many chances as usual to get death certificate from Metronome. It's the only variable in life that I need. Okay. Metronome, give me something epic. Yeah? I I think it doesn't work. I think something about what's happening doesn't work. I pressed the button and then I held up nothing in my hand and then I put the nothing away and my metronome was still fully charged and then I used it again and then I held Big Chub against or up above my head and there's no Big Chub up above my head. Like we saw Big Chub show up and he did not stay. He's not participating in the rest of this. What the fuck? Yeah, man. So did Metronome give me Glitched Crown, or did Metronome give me a glitched item that looked like Big Chub and was actually Glitched Crown? That's the biggest question of them all. That's the biggest question of them all. Okay. We have 1,000,000 keys, so we have to go Downpour. This run is silly. This one feels like a joke. This doesn't feel like a real one. This is what Isaac does behind closed doors. You're not supposed to see this happen. Give me flight. Weird looking flight. Something about car battery is making it give me a different effect than it's showing. Because it showed Skinny Odd and nothing happened to my tears, but I got milk during that room. So I wonder if the car battery just makes it so that Metronome is funky and stupid, rather than making it twice as good as it should be. That's just a theory, though, a game theory. Thanks for watching. Imagine if I ended the stream right there. No, because Metronome very clearly did 2 different effects there, and also the thing that I held up above my head was properly proper. Wow, you again. This run just feels like a big ol' mystery. Because I definitely for sure got 2 different uses off of my metronome in that room. But in the rest of the rooms that I used it in, it felt very distinctly like a single thing happened or nothing happened. And it didn't line up, though that one was very perfect. It's just a little strange, don't you? What the fuck? What are the odds on that? Holy fuck. Using metronome with... Holy fuck, I have 5 items. I used metronome with the car battery, and the metronome gave me 2 copies of different items that I have. It gave me another depression and another sack dag. That's insane. And that one hurt me for existing. And despite it giving me a damage up, it gave me a damage down because I was rocking purity. That's really funny. That's really cool how that happens. I'm feeling a lot of positive emotions at the moment. Why do I have 5 tiers? Oh, it's the purity, yeah. Because purity gives you a different stat when it breaks. It doesn't just make you sad. There is a positive to the item. It's not just raw negatives. You need to remember that sometimes. Man. Okay, well, getting a health downgrade there is huge motivation to not do devil deals. That's huge motivation. Okay, I guess we just go. I feel quite disappointed with that floor, but we have the silly metronome, so it kind of works. I mean, this is just the stream where I get addicted to a couple different spacebar items, and I try to prove to everybody that they're good and not bad. Ah! Please don't kill me. Okay, actually, that... In every universe that wouldn't have ended my run, but nonetheless, it was very scary. Yeah, my metronome's back to being dumb again. I held up Harlequin Baby above my head, and yet it looks like I got nothing. None of my stats changed. Well... Okay, I lost my Angel Deal chance. But aside from that, none of my stats changed. So and I don't see any visible effects. I mean, it could have been just a couple items that are hard to notice, but it's curious. Dude, the most insane Soul of the Keeper roll ever. Maybe the best one spotted on film in history. Okay, Metronome just gave me 2 of the fucking spin to wins. This item is silly. This item is a joke. Who invented this one? Oh, I'm washed. I hope that I don't just like die this run, but it's quantifiably silly. We have so much damage actually. But the thing is, I have no faith that we're gonna win the run or do anything productive. That changed my stats a lot. I held a straw man above my head, and yet I have no straw friend to stay with me. What a tragic, tragic fate. You get shown the ideal friend that is straw man, and then it gets ripped from you. Once again, I don't know if we got anything at all from Metronome there. We're just gambling. This is the gambling stream. I also totally should have saved that bomb. It depends on how much I actually care about getting to the mines. Because quite honestly, right now my stats are crazy. Okay, I held a sausage above my head, but no stats changed. I'm glad that it's just nonsense. I'm glad that it's just bullshit. It's just made up. None of it's real. None of the things that occur due to Metronome are real. Oh, and actually no, it gave me a health up. We hit the 1% chance for flush from the clog 2 times in a row. 2 clog fights in a row. We got the flush, and 2 times in a row, I am not taking it. Because it doesn't deserve to be taken. I know I said I should be saving my bombs, but wouldn't it be cool? Yay! Oh, 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 oh! Sorry, I got stun locked. The amount of negative emotions that just ran through my brain at high speed. All of the fun, like, unique things that were going on with the run, they're gone now. The metronome giveth and the metronome taketh. Fuck. I guess we're just gonna take damage items. I don't know, because we had such a good build going on. It feels pathetic to try and retain that with anything. Also, hello chatter, welcome to the stream, and thank you for being the first one. Being first doesn't actually matter, but you stand out a little bit more in my eyes if that's your thing. I don't know. It's just a terrible, terrible time to get Genesis. Cause I don't know for sure. I was literally just using Metronome whenever the fuck it happened, so I don't remember where we were on that floor. But we definitely didn't do the mirror. We definitely didn't do the boss. Like. Maybe bottom 1 Genesis ever, but that's because it happened outside of my control. It was forced upon me. God, we went from like 14 damage to fucking 6.5. I feel pathetic. I feel so pathetic. The run was, it was silly, and we had stats, and now I'm getting carried by Blue Baby's soul. This is the biggest glowdown in history. The biggest glowdown. At least Blue Baby's soul is a crack carry item. It's really the only one that you need. I don't think that it always had homing, but ever since I noticed that it had homing, it's just been a completely different world. Because then it's no longer just this shitty thing that sometimes, maybe like once in every 30 shots, will hit something. It's now like once in every 5 shots he'll miss type stuff, which is just it for a random ass trinket that you're carrying because you have space and nothing else. Like, that's insane. That's wild. You're so funny, game. You're the funniest person in history. I'm kecking. I'm laughing and lolling and raffling. My rafflecopter goes soy soy soy. You can hear how ecstatic I am in my voice. Okay. This big chest better give me flight. Okay. That is weird looking flight. I gotta say, I'm kind of baby raging at this run. It feels like we've taken every single gamble and every single gamble is turned off incorrectly, which for an Eden run that you start with metronome, like how do you expect me to not take every single chance that's given to me? That's how you play Eden. And I had metronome. It's cursed for enjoying the game. You're not allowed to actually participate in any positive way. Our friends are kind of crazy. Like, the squad is pulling up. Never thought that random ass child's leash that I found. It's a crazy sentence to say. Yeah, I stumbled across a child's leash that was abandoned, and I decided to take it with me. It's a main part of my adventure these days. I actually don't leave town without my abandoned child's leash that I found in the middle of some random room somewhere. Yeah. Okay. I don't think Anarchist Cookbook is gonna do a single good thing to me, but it didn't do a single bad thing to me. That's all that matters. You gotta focus on when things maybe are not positive. Okay, I got fucked by that. Oh my goodness, that was an insane Bumbino fight. Sure, I wasn't playing too well, but also, man, I got fucked. Like, man. I was gonna take that damage anyway, though, so I'm not really upset. Yeah, we have tons of... Okay, thank you for fucking ruining... I'm like, yay, tons of keys, and then both of them immediately turn into items. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm totally not still thinking about that D-Infinity that's in my secret room right now that I can't get. I'm not thinking about that at all. Okay, we pick up our garbage, we eat the drowsy pill, and we murder Hatsune Miku because we're pissed. We don't actually hate Hatsune Miku. We support everything that she does with her life, but man, am I baby raging. Man, am I baby raging. In the human body, there are about 3 different humors, and all of mine are baby rage right now. Literally every fluid in my body is baby rage. That song kind of rocks in Vaporwave. I wasn't vibing out loud, but I was vibing in my head. Yeah, this is a valid trade. I forget that the mod does that. No! Okay, this seems like a valid trade. Okay. My brain felt a lot of confusion upon seeing that Squeezy. Maybe we got Squeezy before Genesis happened. I don't remember why my brain is complaining, but something about the situation there, it screamed in my brain. It was like, there's an issue that's occurring, and I'm like, please brain, I need more issue or more info than just you're upset. And no, it just screams. It just screams. I feel an intense urge to do the lazy Matman thing of going, hey, get a bomb in your mouth, but because of my intruder slowing shots, the timing got messed up. I swear I tried. I swear I tried. Man. The D-Infinity. Boy, do I want it. Boy, do I want it. I don't think we're allowed to get it, though. I think that the game said no on that one. Which is depressing. Truly. I hope the game gives me something cool here, like, I don't know, a gun, Sacred Heart. I could go for some Godhead right now. Maybe a little bit of C-section in my item room, you know, just something a little quirky, something to keep the momentum up. I'm gonna watch the carts try to pass through these guys. Look at that. That is funky. That's such a thing to occur. I love in video games witnessing unstoppable force meets immovable object, because it's one of them has to win, but you're not quite sure. And in that instance, the winner was the frozen enemy. Sometimes the frozen enemies are kind of the source of some of my favorite bugs or weird bits in the game. Also, that was really cool. If anybody, that was completely accidental, but if you were looking, I accidentally placed my Pink Floyd on top of that ice enemy. Yo, Lil Hushy! The squad continues in epicness. But yeah, I placed my Pink Floyd directly on top of that frozen enemy before shattering them. So every single one of the ice fragments got multiplied by 5, which is very fun to look at, even though it was completely accidental. I also feel like in any normal run, when you're staring at this situation that we're in, you wouldn't go to Mines 2. I think that's just not... It's not a decision that a sane Isaac player who's trying to win the run would take. But, oh, I'm a freezer baby, you're on thin fucking ice. Dude, I'm so funny. I'm maybe the funniest person ever. I'm still kind of pissed though. I wanted that soul heart. I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't, it makes sense. But I don't think I've ever frozen a tinted rock spider before. That's such a rare occurrence, you know? It's just because already I despise the mines in Ash Pit. They're kind of the worst floors, and I don't think that anybody would really argue with me on that take at all. So it's like, why would you even go out of your way to think about combos that can happen based around the mines in Ash Pit? It's just a waste of time. I totally thought this Heat's Flamesman guy was gone. I thought he was released from existence, but no. I merely stopped caring about them. That's what occurred. And speaking of Heat's Flamesman, I'm gonna get my copy of Deltarune soon, which I didn't stream the first 2 chapters, but I think that it would be cool to stream chapters 3 and 4. Just to get both views, because I'm desperate for people to pay attention to me, and the game looks really fun, and I'm a huge Undertale fan. So it's like a double benefit. Oh, that was actually a crazy Anarchist Cookbook use. Get fucking cooked, single tough twin. That one individual tough twin got fucking owned. Maybe more than anybody's ever been owned in history. Maybe. This run is kind of boring. I don't know, we're strong enough. And it just feels like there should be more happening. I want more game in my video. More video in my game. One of the two. These are at least kind of entertaining runs, though. Bare minimum stuff is occurring. And that's more than a lot of runs get to. I feel like there's a huge fraction of runs that just kind of kersplode without a word. They pull the old if a tree falls in a forest maneuver. Except there has to be somebody that witnesses it. I like the unspoken sadness of the fact that there's a million billion Isaac runs that have been lost by humanity. Okay. I don't know. This is kind of a hard choice. We're not, like, struggling on health. But Trisagion isn't good. It's, you know, we have less than base shot speed, so Trisagion is good. We just need to gaslight ourselves a little bit harder. That's all it takes. We're probably gonna explode here. Oh, yo, I got a follower. I'm so sorry. I actually think that they left after they followed, so I didn't get to say it while they were here. That's a bit of a shame. My like notification box on Streamlabs has been completely busted for the past however long. So I didn't even think to look at it because it hasn't been working. And boy am I the fool now. Boy am I the fool now. I'll need to keep my eyes out for that more intensely. But if I'm correct, that's follower 120, which is kind of cool. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check. I have the power. I said I have the power. Sorry, we're one click away. We're a load away. We're so close. I want to... No! I guess I lost followers. That's kind of whatever. Not kind of whatever that we gained a follower. Kind of whatever that I lost followers. Which, it happens. That's not really something to shit your jeans about. Especially because I'm kind of not the best at streaming consistently. But I hope to get better with that. It's hard to be employed and also have time every single day where I'm feeling up to the task of entertainment. It may not look it on stream, but I'm so fucking angry and pissed off 100% of the time. And the only time I stop it in my entire vague existence is when I'm playing The Binding of Isaac. But yeah, the point is, thank you everybody who watches these. It really does mean a lot, and I pay attention to my stats religiously. So what the heck does Hemolacria do with this? Like, actually. What the fuck? That's strange. I'm not sure I understand entirely what's happening with that. I gotta say, there's some parts in my brain where there's missing information and that... Wow. Wowzers. That's like the best thing that can happen. Okay, that's like close to the worst thing that can happen. Reverse Emperor, we have to. Hello. I don't even remember what your name is. I probably should have looked. No, I remember what your name is. Cause you're Kasane Teto. You're Chimera. We also lost our Angel Deal, but I don't care. We were bound to lose it anyway. We're probably a lot more likely to actually get what am I saying? I think that I was gonna lose my Devil Deal anyway, so I'm not upset about that at all. And I will merely try twice as hard to get it on my next floor. And by try twice as hard to get it on my next floor, I mean I will play the video game exactly in the same manner that I have been. And nothing will change. Okay, I need to stop purchasing things on accident. We're also totally out of money. Yo, the huge growth! I think that despite the double restock being funny, it's not really going to do too much for us. We saw it. It happened. Funny Steam sale. Hee 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 hee. Maybe we can get it just for ha-has. Nope. Not allowed. No, we can definitely get it. Maybe I shouldn't have blown up both of them. I think I was feeling a little bit upset. Not about anything crazy, but it's about 2 degrees in my room over the comfortable temperature, so... Yeah, it's... your brain does terrible, terrible things when it's 2 degrees above room temperature. Don't you dare... What the fuck? 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 Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? I have a million billion hours in this game, both playing and watching other people play. I've never seen that before in my life. That was mind blown. There's still new explosive rock tech being discovered in The Binding of Isaac every single day. It's this game is fascinating. It never fucking ends. The game makes up new shit to do every like 50 hours that it gets played. It invents a new mechanic to confuse the people that are playing it, and to arise suspicion into the people that think this game might not be created by man. A crazy curse room. You know, I think that one changed the entire course of our whole run. with all of the things that it did. I don't know if I've ever seen this room before. This is a quirky one. I kind of like that. It's a unique room. It's probably just... I wonder if it only spawns if you have, like, a door in every single possible side. That's... Twitch is doing some stuff. I have no clue how, like, valid or true any of it may or may not be, but my view count went to 4 for a bit. Like, it jumped from 1 to 4, and now it's back at 1 again, with not a single number in between, which is quite wild. It doesn't do that, you know? Thank you for the spawn. Like, I can't think of a single freaking example of Twitch doing that before. But, you know, maybe we just had a freak spike where 4 people all thought that I was interesting at once, and then 4 people all thought that I'd stopped being interesting at once. Maybe that happened. You never know. I'm still gonna be neurotic and click on the users and chat button to figure out that I'm still more confused, because if you've been a long-time Kirby Mancer viewer, then you know that I am consistently confused by the feature on my end that is labeled users in chat, because it is just like, it makes no sense to me. If I count the number of different names under the list users in chat, then I would get the number 4. But one of them is always Nightbot. And so that means that it probably counts not real people a little bit more. But the rest are all very, very real sounding names. I recognize my moderator, thank you. And a couple new faces. That was amazing. I've never lost my angel deal in a more stupid way. That was... Dude, you know, those 4 people should come back right now, because I think I just deserved all of their views. I think I deserved every single one. Okay, we pick up Rib of Greed because we're paranoid, and then we go put down Rib of Greed because we're not paranoid anymore. I guess I should have gotten a Soul Heart. I wonder if I was just not thinking at all. That's always a possibility. Always, always, always. Once again, I feel nothing but disappointment. Give me something cool. Okay, can join. There's a lot more tears on screen now. Our Pink Floyd will be performing quite nicely. Quite nicely. I could go for like an eyesore. I mean, there's quite a few items that I could go for right now. Oh, this build is 100% persisting on the fact that I have slightly low shot speed, and I have a bunch of tears coming out. That's like... That's actually 100% of the reason that we're doing anything. Our damage stat is helping, but with Trisagion, it's a lot more meaningful to have the raw numbers and stats. I was just about to go try to look for secret rooms, like the absolute buffoon that I am. The absolute buffoon that I am. Okay. We don't need... Oh no, I missed a tinted rock! No! I can feel myself balding! I already have glasses and headphones on. I don't play with a face cam though, so I'm not expecting anybody to know that if you balded me, then I would look like Northern Lion with a beard. Which I mean, that's not a terrible fate to have. That's not a terrible fate to have. He's a lot better at talking over Isaac than I am now. I would hazard a guess that I could beat Northern Lion in a 1v1 in Isaac though. But that's because I care about the video game. And I wouldn't describe his opinions on Isaac to be not care, but I think that he is over it. I think that he is like maybe 12 years past being super duper hyped for everything Isaac. Maybe that's a broad statement, but I also don't remember exactly what year Rebirth came out in, but I feel like the updates after Rebirth, he felt less excited to be here. But maybe that's just me. I mean, hell, if I was Northern Lion, then sit here I'd sit here playing Isaac all day, every day, because it's the cash cow. That's infinite money and infinite game that I like. That would be the dream. I would love to just have my job be I turn on Isaac and I play it. that would be epic. Okay. Hush being there is epic. We have our key, so we don't have to care about fighting Hatsune Miku. Extra health is 100% a positive at this point. We're gonna go beat up Hush, and this is probably gonna be a really sad show on Hush's end. Trisag is one of those items that just kind of melts Hush away. This is, I get to try hard a little bit more. That's the tryharding is hard to explain, but trust me, I try hard. Using a hermit with my tarot cloth is very similar effect to using the excuse me. Terrible to stream or to sneeze into my microphone. It's very similar to grabbing the Rib of Greed just to walk into your shop. It has the same practical effect of making your shop unable to have greed in it, which is just feels comfy. I don't think that your Hush shop can have greed in it, but better safe than sorry. And sadly, we've pivoted off of having friends. It's no longer optimal for the build. It's the sad truth of it all. Oh, but the shot speed down is beautiful. That's actually amazing. That's genuinely, unironically, the top tier, one of the coolest things to find. When you're about to fight Hush with fucking Trisagion, yeah. So we need to try and get some of that Star of Bethlehem if we can help it. Yeah. You fool, leaving the center of the screen was your biggest mistake. When I stand in this circle, I attain heaven. Did you see me block like 2 shots in a row there thanks to the star? Okay. Our fun gets postponed for a little bit. But we got to witness the glory that is Star of Bethlehem on top of this build while fighting Hush. I mean, we did just about half of his health before we were kicked out of the fun zone. If only I had some amount of, like, invincibility so that I could just go and hang out in the fun zone anyway. Yeah, I forgot if Hush actually did damage to you while they were down. It's been approximately forever since I've experienced that. So I didn't know. I thought when I'm sitting here with a God Hush build, it's the perfect time to try. Because I'm not gonna lose the run for attempting to gain knowledge. That is 0% chance of that happening. This is one of those Hush fights where you hold down your right arrow key and you... Well, if I had chat, I would sit here and read chat. But I don't. So I get to think about Northern Lion more. God, I wish Northern Lion would play Repo more. He has such an untapped well of content there. He played 1,000,000 billion Repo streams, or 1,000,000 billion Lethal Company streams, and like 1 of Repo. And that's a crime. That's a crime. The crime statistics in Canada fucking skyrocketed that day because that's unacceptable. Stapler, always Poggy. I guess not always Poggy. I think it's really funny when people get cucked by Stapler, because if you're somebody that like started the game in Repentance, then you have no way of knowing the Stapler's downsides. So you probably just pick up all the items that you like, and then all of a sudden your build is terrible because you picked up the Stapler and lead pencil, and now you can't shoot no more. It's such a silly concept. I love... It's such a great thing that Isaac just genuinely lets you have combos that are bad. Like, you can 100% just pick up stuff that's terrible for you. There's like a Tumblr or Twitter post that's like, it's crazy that you can just go out and do anything. You can walk outside and shovel grass into your mouth, and the universe won't stop you. Not even like a pop-up message like, is this okay? That's what Isaac feels like, where you can walk into a room with a couple items and just explode your entire run and ruin any chances that you had of success ever. And the game just lets you. If anything, that's part of the challenge is avoiding those scenarios where you explode and can't tell what happened. That machine it deserved a penny. I don't have a concrete reason for why, but it did. Boom. That's a good test for anybody in the future. If you're curious if the sound is on properly, like if it's connected, like if you are hearing both the game and me at the same time, that would be the perfect test, because I said that boom with perfect accuracy. So if it sounded like I said the boom with not perfect accuracy, then my stream is fucked, and I'm not gonna fix it. So that's gonna be something for all the audio nerds to think about intensely. What a dog shit fucking chest spawn. What a terrible, terrible chest spawn. You get a chest full of spacebar items and you come out of it holding the jar of flies and anarchist cookbook. It's hell. And because we got the Mega Satan key, our star fucked off and is going to hang out in there instead of being useful to us. That was on We're reaching the point in the stream where I can't talk anymore, actually. There's also a very... You can make a huge, huge case that when I get to the chest in this game, I stop caring and I immediately start playing bad. Because both runs today, we've made it to the chest and then instances of self-damage skyrocketed. Give me that judgment card. Dude, I hate this game. I wanted the money judgment. Why would you do this to me? And you curse me. This is the run of all time, folks. The run of all time. It feels so strange to do 2 Edens and have them both be completely powered. Like I'm not weak. I'm not strong. I'm somewhere in between. And yet I'm very capable of winning the run. Oh yeah. Knocked over. I was trying to pick up the heart. I wasn't paying attention to any tears at all. The only prerogative in my brain there was pick up heart. Okay. This chest is infuriating. There's actually nothing. I haven't gotten a single thing that makes my build better. The last item that did anything positive at all for me was Small Rock. Hoo boy. Hoo boy. I don't think I'm gonna do Delirium this time. Another absolutely pivotal item. The run would be dead if not for that one. I don't think I'm gonna do Delirium this time because we would just kill Delirium faster with this build than with the last one. And that wouldn't be very interesting, I think. Like, sure, 4 or 5 more items, but I don't think that this run is gonna skyrocket anywhere anytime soon. This feels like we have reached a plateau of strength that will not get better unless I get, like, homing. Or something ridiculous like Ipecac or Holy Light, which are all very rare items and won't just, like, show up from a random fucking pickup. Yeah, I can't see Blue Baby's shots at all. That was the part where you wait for it all to be over. I guess we'll full clear. We might as well try to be a little bit stronger. Like, yeah, it's, you know, melting adversaries like that, we're not weak. It's just... I'm not excited. My bones aren't tingling at the prospects of this run. I merely feel a lot of standard expected emotions. You know, we can always try to win without moving our guy, without moving our character. Oh, we're witnessing the really weird thing where the tier cap on Trisagion is a lot lesser than the tier cap on tiers. So you'll witness some of my tiers that I fire out are tiers instead of Trisagion, because it tries to spawn the Trisagion and it can't. And so I just shoot a tier instead, which is a really fascinating mechanic, I think. It's kind of useless and never really comes up, or if it does come up, it kind of makes your build worse, because usually if you have Trisagion, you're building for a Trisagion. But it's a nice quirky thing that we get to notice because I'm really overpowered. And it's kind of silly just seeing random ass tiers show up. Like, what the hell are you doing here, round boys? Get out of town. That was a really fast second phase. Yeah, we got hit, what, once for standing still? Okay. Bye, Delirium. I don't give a care about you at all. But you know what I do care about? All of my loyal fans. That's it for me for today. I'm overheating, and also two runs in a stream is more than usual for me, kinda, depending. So have fun with your treat. Farewell. Thank you for watching.